Hello,
Hello,
hello.
beautiful people. Hello, beautiful souls. We're here again. I can't believe it's September already. So we're just getting it up on pretty sure we're live at this point.
We are.
Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Come
We
on
have
in.
already 2 people watching, and I will share it in a group, and then we do it.
Kai's doing all her sharing, and I'm making sure we're live. So we'll just take a few moments. I may have a little bit of, I think I've got some spirit around, so I've got a little bit of noise. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can hear it on my end. So we will just push through. So how is everyone? Wow. Ooh,
Hello.
coming from
They're
lockdown.
right there.
Coming from
They're from
lockdown in Sydney.
Canada in the middle of the night. Hello, hello.
So so yeah, who's on? We'll just have a bit of a look.
Yes.
Welcome,
welcome everyone. We are back
in.
live. I'm Kaija Helwig from Heart to Heart, and we're here with Antoinette Thompson, intuitive healer and writer, back for life in September. One more intense month. We talked a bit about what's going on, and we decided that we will just spread light today, whatever that means.
Yes.
And I got this information that to spread our light means not that we are all the time happy, blissful, peppy. It means also to be just authentic, whatever is going on. So you shine your light as well when you are angry, frustrated, or sad.
You know, Kai said to me, "Oh, you're shining your light," and I said, "Oh, that's good, because I'm actually allowing myself to feel the sadness, to feel the, you know, what's going on." So it's yeah, it's so good to hear that I'm still shining my light despite everything that's happening around me in the close vicinity of me being in Sydney, Australia. So we are going to be where we're going to be doing some readings. If there's some new people jumping on, the way that we do this, so today we're going to limit to 2 hours.
Yes.
Very important. We're going to stop at 2 hours. So I think the last time we went way too long, and both of us got quite exhausted. So we've decided that after the 2 hours, we will actually finish. So yes. If you guys want to have a reading, please get in early and give us permission in the comments. We will only do a reading for you if you actually write down that you would like a reading. So please go ahead and do that now so that you guys can be in the list. As I said, we're going to actually stop at the 2 hours. So please go and do that now and write your name down. Please let us know who you are, where you're from, so we can have a bit of a look at the comments and follow who's on and whether or not you guys are resonating with the readings that we're giving. So what we'll do is we'll give like a little bit of a brief overview about the intuitive guidance for September that we've had both channeled and received. And then we go straight into the readings. So if there's people on here that have never come and joined us, welcome. We're very happy to see you. For the people that have come back, thank you for your support. And I just want to say a quick thank you to the people that jumped on my live launch as well that I did on the 8th of the 8th for my Pain to Purpose Oracle deck. So it was really a lot of fun, and it was so good to finally be able to share and read for you from my deck. And I'm going to actually do that tonight as well. So just a quick update. It's in production. It's happening. It's just there's a few delays with COVID and everything that's going on, but it's in the making. It's in the making. So thank you. All right. I'm just going to have
before you start,
yes.
When I talked, I watched the comments. I have already a little list, but not from everybody of you the permission. I will read the range I have noted for the moment. It's first Sarah, then Anka, then Danny, then Sita, then Justin, then Nola, welcome everybody. And if you all would like to get a reading, please write in the comments that you would like to get a reading with this little phrase, you give us permission.
Yeah. Got some interference, guys. So there's definitely some spirit around tonight. So just bear with us. Hopefully it will not cause a problem. So, all right. So please give us permission if you would like a reading. If you're new, please don't be shy. Come on in and say, we're just going to say hello to Justin. Thank you for joining us, Justin. We're celebrating Father's Day here in Australia. I don't know if it's around the world or not, but we have it here in Australia today. So it seems that Australia is just obviously not in time with everyone else at the moment. All the other countries.
I just have to say, I don't know, but it could be like that. I have to say that we had fireworks yesterday evening here in France.
Oh.
And actually, I don't know why. I miss things.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Let's just all have fireworks and not worry. So
I see Rina has
Nola.
come in. Mila, Nola, Justin, welcome.
Welcome.
New.
Thank you
Beautiful.
for joining us.
And please, if you would like to have a reading, read it, write it in the comments. And Antoinette, if you're okay, I will give a quick overview over my channeling for September. Yep. For the new ones, everybody a show. I painted this artwork in January, a square for each month. And this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And we already reached the last line. So we are already here. And when you see July and August, so it's really a lot of going on. And I had the feeling September, it's a bit quieter. And what's interesting, it's connected with May and June and October as well. And I had a quick look what happened in May, or what was the overview over May. It was co-creating was a big, and in June there was something exploding. I had the feeling heart opening, and now this comes back in September. And I will quickly read what I channeled in January after clearing my throat. So I pulled a card as well, the Koala Spirit, that said, Spirit has a plan. Harvest time in the Northern Hemisphere. When you plant a seed, all you can do is to take care that it has enough water, and if it is in a pot, also enough light. When it starts to grow, how it grows, in which pace, and how many leaves it will have, you haven't any control over all these tasks and things. And the plant doesn't control how, in which form, in which pace it grows. For sure, a good, nourishing, and loving environment is helpful. And how this plant is growing is engraved in its ceremony. The plant knows on a very deep and basic level how to grow. It doesn't think about that or plan it. It's the same with us. Our souls have a plan. The universe has a plan. We can't control, accelerate, or manipulate this plan. It's in our own way. When we try it, or we trust, even when we don't understand. And we follow the signs in our inner voice. We let us be guided by our own wisdom. We follow the plan that has been made for us since the beginning. We surrender. We do things that seems not to make sense. That is what we are asked to do in September. To dive deep in, to reconnect again and again and again with our heart, with our inner voice, with our guides. To see and feel the signs and hints. To let our mind cry, but to accept that we do not understand, that we can't understand. And we can feel the impulses, the pulse, the turns in other directions. We feel them in our system. All we have to do is to step out of our way, out of our mind, and to follow the call of our heart, of our soul, and to feel and to experience how right that feels, how easy life becomes in flow. So,
Thank you, Kyle.
nothing left than trusting, even when we don't understand.
Yeah, definitely. Trust
You are there, Antoinette. You
surrender.
don't understand.
No, surrender. I have surrendered, because if I don't surrender, it comes back to bite me. So I have to surrender. So it's interesting because I also channeled a few things for September, and they're very much similar to Kaija's, and it's so I'll just quickly read some of the themes that I channeled as well, and it's talking about karmic cycle completion. So September is a number 9, and 9 is all about completion. But then when we combine the September with the 2021, it's a 5-month, which means it's a 5-month in a 5-year. So 5 is all about transformation, opportunity, and change. So it's going to be extra amplified this month. So everything's just gonna, I feel like everything's just gonna turn on its head. And this is a month where there's going to be a lot of evolution and transforming happening. And I hope that the energy will be a little bit less intense than what it has been. So as we physically integrate the light codes received during during August through the 8/8 portal. So I know for me personally, I'm suffering with a lot of physical pain at the moment. So I really think that we're starting to really integrate those light codes into our bodies. And for me, it seems to be a running pattern. That's how it happens. So I'm sure that some of you are experiencing that as well. Trust that the universe has your back. There's that word, trust. Completions bring new beginnings. We are going back to basics, back to our intuition without the need for detail. Be alert for the signs. They may be different to what we expect. Trust comes from within. Let go, surrender, and flow. And then when Kaija does her beautiful paintings, I like to look at the painting and channel like what I see when I see the painting. So the message for September is allow your heart to trust in the ways and the waves of your guidance. Let go, surrender, and flow. So in essence, all about trust. Put very simply.
And surrender and accepting. I think what is all intertwined.
Yeah. And you know what? Allowing yourself to feel what you are feeling and not judge yourself. You know, trust that you are feeling it for a reason. Yeah. And know that it's part of the journey. And I love how Kaija said that, you know, whether you're sad, whether you're happy, whether you're in despair, whether, you know, whatever feeling you're feeling, if you're allowing yourself to be authentic, then you are shining. So that's what we all need to remember, that we're not going to be positive all the time. We're going to have our ebbs and our flows. So
it's about being ourselves. But whatever what is there, and I channeled yesterday for the new moon coming up tomorrow. The video is not up yet, but there was such big information. It's a new moon in Virgo, an earth sign, but Virgo tends, I'm a Virgo, so my birthday was 1 week ago, and I tend to be too much in my head. And Virgos tend to analyze the feelings instead of feeling them. I know this very well by myself. And it's good to understand what's going on, but when you want to heal it, you have to process it, you have to feel it.
You have to.
And that's the other beautiful task of Virgo as well, that it is an earth sign, and Virgo likes to take care of the physical body. And this is what we can really dive in this month to have a look what we need here to this on physical level, that this vessel of us is feeling good. And remind us when we go too much in the head and try to analyze and escape from the feelings as well, and to come back and to breathe and feel the belly, touch us, or sit on the ground, or I don't know, go in nature. I always say go in nature.
Yeah. Grounding, so important. Grounding and protection, so important. always, but more so in these moments as we go through this massive change. So I really feel like everything's just going to turn on its head, and we're going to go back to basics. So I really feel like September, we're right on the precipice of this volcano erupting, and it's this information and everything is going to come to a head. So really feeling hopeful that this month will bring a lot of transformation, and it's the double 5. So everything all about evolution and change and transformation is going to be multiplied. So it's happening, people. It's happening. Okay, shall we start doing our readings?
Yes, I can read the list. So
please.
We have nearly from everybody the permission. The first one will be Sarah, then Anka, then Dani, Sita, then Justin, you wrote, but you didn't ask for a reading. If you want a reading, please give us permission by writing a comment that you would like to get a reading. If not, we will not give you a reading because we don't read for anybody.
We ask permission.
We need permission. We don't tap in the energy of anybody who doesn't allow us.
That's right.
So then we have Nola, Rima, Karen Ann, Sandy, welcome Sandy, Georgina, welcome Georgina. You have asked a special question. And the last one for the moment is Akriti. And I will repeat, we will just do 2 hours today.
Yeah.
So
what we might do is maybe we might do the shorter readings. Kaia, what do you think?
Having a look that we don't make it.
Yeah, just so we can be aware of time, so that we can get to as many people as possible in the 2 hours. So, but we thank you all for joining, and please stay on and listen, because what we normally unfold for the people that are new is that there's normally common themes that will come up, and other people's readings you might think, oh, that's really resonating for me, and that's not unusual. So please stay on and listen, have a listen to everyone's readings, and you can learn so much just by doing that. And if you don't want a reading, that's totally fine too. You can just sit and watch us, though. We would love that. Thank you so much.
And I think even when you don't want a reading for yourself, you can pick up information to us for. And just a quick announcement before we start, that Antoinette and me, we giving personal readings as well. I will start card readings. I haven't given out this, but I gave my first one to Antoinette not long ago, and I will do this as a personal guidance service as well, and paintings. And Antoinette's doing a lot of amazing session stuff.
Intuitive healing and some energy alignment. And I've also got my own deck that I've written. So looks like they want me to do card readings as well now. So it wasn't one of my services, but I guess I can put it all into my toolbox of numerology and past life and chakra balancing and everything else that I do. So, but from tonight I'll be reading from my own deck, which is in production for those people that have just joined.
And
okay.
Another thing, Antoinette and me are running every month also
the wisdom
gathering circle. It's a closed Zoom group based on donations, so affordable for everybody. We will do the next one on the 19th. So this is a space to dive a bit deeper, to connect with like-hearted, like-minded souls, and we will guide a meditation and have a look what tools we need to cope, to process, to whatever's going on. And it's a lovely space to have an exchange. So I appreciate that a lot. And Antoinette will work with her cards today. I have 3 cards. The Wisdom of the Oracle. I work multi-language. And I have a new French deck, Oracle de la Lune. Yes, it's Moon Oracle, and a German deck, but I will speak English all the time.
Don't stress people.
The Love of the Angels.
Oh, they're beautiful cards. Kaia's pulled some of those.
Choose which card you want, and then I would say we start with Sarah.
Sure. And just a shout out to some new people. Sandy, hi Sandy, thank you for joining. Is it Donham? Thank you for joining. Eliz, hi Rima. Okay, Georgina. So yeah, a lot of people. Okay, thank you all for coming on.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
have
Kaija, shall we
in.
start?
We have 3 people more coming in: Alice, Donham, and Jaden. Please welcome. You're welcome. I will note that you would like to get readings. We will have a look. We will make it a bit shorter, but we will really stop at 1 o'clock.
2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours. So if you will not get your reading today, then please come back next month and come in early.
Yeah. Please do that, because we're really trying to limit it at 2 hours, because we've just been going too long and it's just too exhausting for us. So thank you for your patience, and yeah, please come back next month if we don't get to read for you today.
And we will start now, and we will do it a bit shorter. And
yes. Okay, Zara. Folding laundry, no doubt. Thank you for coming on, beautiful one. Okay, so, whoa, not all those cards. Wow, Zara, definitely not all those cards. We would like 1 card. Wow, you must have some big energy at the moment. All the cards are falling out for you. Okay, just 1 card for Zara. General guidance for Zara. Now, none of them want to come out. Card for Zara, please. Ah, okay. Okay, Zara. This is your card, and the card is grief. Now, as soon as I pulled it out, it said it's not about sadness, it's about letting go. So the little phrase down the bottom is years of grief, pain, and deceit. And there has been that for you. There has been a lot of deceit. There's been a lot of grief. There's been a lot of pain. But you're crying the tears. You're releasing it. I really feel like it's closing that cycle, closing that karmic cycle, which is one of the themes for September. Like we have the choice. Whether we can close it or whether we can continue like with the same pattern. And for you, I really feel like it's coming to a close, that you've done a lot of work around grieving, a lot of work around releasing, a lot of work around feeling, like actually allowing yourself to feel the emotions. And that's what grief is about. It's about allowing ourselves to feel the emotions and allowing ourselves to cry and allowing our heart to break. You know, we were talking about that earlier. Being authentic is allowing ourselves to feel, and we can only release that. So I believe this card has come up as a good thing for you, Zara, that it's a close of a cycle, that you've cried the tears, your heart's been broken enough. So now you make a choice to move forward and to close that karmic cycle once and for all, and to move on to beautiful things that are coming ahead of you. So like we said, we're going to make it a little bit shorter so that we can get through a few more people. So I shall thank you for joining, Zara, and I shall pull over to Kaija for her reading for you.
Thank you, Antoinette. And I will, if you're in Canada and you sung me a French birthday song last week, you get a card from the Oracle de la Lune, Oracle de la Lune. But I will speak English with you, Sarah. And the card is already popping out. I haven't seen it. Oh. This card is called Nouvelle Idée, New Ideas. So, and I think this is like the, after you've done the work Antoinette talked about, this is the next step for you. So I see I have cleared a lot of grief and a lot of old, sorry, shit out of your system. Sorry, not so loud. En français, merde. Now there is something new, or you have space for new things coming in, and really something you never have done. You have come back a little bit more with articles I saw on Facebook and writing. You haven't now reopened your account. And I've got the feeling something new is really coming in your life. It is not yet about going back to where you were. This is not possible. It would be boring for you. And okay, you have this deep connection with the universe. But what I found interesting, that the stardust here is coming from the hands, and the hand is glowing here. It's really interesting in this painting. So it is about creation, something you will create. I remember a message I channeled for you, and I don't know what is, but I will tell you because it's coming now. As I see this hand, I told you to plant carrots. I don't know if you have done that in the meantime. And for sure, it is not about carrots, but it is as if by doing something different, physical, with your hands, and being in a physical action, something really tangible, something you do with your hands, you will get new insights. You will connect with another space, and it is kind of, you will plant carrots, or you will take them out of the earth, and by doing this, you're reminded on something completely different, but it needs the work with the carrots to be open for these ideas. I don't know if this makes sense. So it is not, you can't create or get access to these ideas just by thinking. You need, no, you don't, it's not you need, but they will come in any case while you're doing, and on a physical level, something completely different. Not, it doesn't have to be planting carrots, but I don't know what.
But on the topic of the carrots, I'm thinking orange, and orange is all around divine feminine. So, creativity and changing the way you do things. So, it might very well be you coming back to guidance, but doing it in a different way, and closing that cycle of pain and that, and showing a different way for people, supporting people in a different way than what you were before. That's what I feel, Zara.
Yeah. And what's interesting, one they have they don't have a booklet, these cards, and one phrase here sticking out in French, it's tu as la capacité de les accueillir avec un tout nouveau regard. You have the capacity to receive these new ideas with a total new approach and point of view. It's really what Antoinette talked about. This is done. This is
so
your
done.
part.
So done.
You can't, and I come back to another reading I gave. You can't take these glasses again of this chapter. They are broken. They are melted. So now you are without glasses, but you see totally clearly with your own eyes. So
yeah.
This is my information for you.
The eye.
Yeah, well, perfect, wonderful.
So
the eye that has been cleared by the tears.
Yeah, washed away, cleansed, and now you have clarity there with the eye. So yeah. Thank you, Zara. Thank you for staying up. We love you. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Have a good sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Anka is the next.
So Anka would like a reading. I've scrolled back. So Anka would like a reading around what is important for her to know at the moment. Okay.
You start? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that one wants to come out. Okay. All right, Anka. Okay. Time to step into your power. So we're already feeling the force of September, you know, with the cards that are coming out already, because it's like a push forward, transform, change. So with this card, Anka, your card is power, and the little saying is power lost and beauty tamed. But what I'm going to say is this is the past, similar to Zara, in that the cards that are coming up, you know, are around what, you know, you gave a lot of your power away, and we're often, yeah, there are a lot of reasons why we give our power away, you know, fear, the fear of abandonment, some shame or guilt. And, you know, we often, if there's conflict or anger, we often give our power away by actually responding from anger. So we project that anger, and that is giving away our power. It's actually not retaining our power. So sometimes the meaning of personal power gets a little bit skewed in society. But I really feel like this is a past thing for you. There's a really strong feeling that this is what used to happen in the past, you know, where you didn't feed yourself, like you didn't, your personal power was quite low, and you gave your power away. You're in the process of actually bringing back all those parts of power. And I have a feeling I've said this before for you. So I don't know what card you got last month. I can't remember, but I believe that you're reclaiming your power. You know, a big theme for this whole year has been energetic sovereignty. So it's finding your personal power, and in that power, for that comes from within, not the power that you receive externally. So it's not about external validation. It's about the validation that you have for yourself from within. And that is going to increase your beauty, and whatever power, the power that you are going to regain, your beauty from within will shine out, and your light will shine out, because you are actually, that power is coming from within. And I think you're becoming less and less dependent on people's validation, and you're actually, I know you've done a lot of work, so you've actually gone in and connected with that inner power, that power that is within you, and that power that your beauty lies in. Your beauty lies in your inner power. It's not about compliments or people, you know, giving you that external validation. Real personal power comes from within. So it's, you know, what sits in our solar plexus. So, and I feel like you've done a lot of work around that, Anka. So this is also a good, very good card to tell you you're starting to build your power, your plant, your stem, your grounding. It will start to bring hope and love and self-love and self-acceptance for yourself, and your beauty will shine bright. So keep doing what you're doing, Anka. You're on the right track. Okay, over to Kaija.
Thank you, Anna. It's so interesting. I have the feeling we do stories for the moment, because I have this card, and when you move up your card, it's like these are colors, the past and the future.
Yeah, I really feel like it. I think that there's like the cards that are coming out to say before and after.
And after.
Yeah.
What I found so interesting, this card is happy, and when you see that, it's gray and dark, and this is so colorful and light, and really, and when I listened to the reading of Anton and I saw this card already, I was so, and I think we talked about it. It is about an image as well you had from yourself, or a concept of how to live as an artist. And I just, as I work in the film industry for this moment of time, I know that a lot of artists are always wearing black colors, or a lot of costume artists are wearing black colors. And I ask myself always, so they're working with clothes, why don't they have colors? And what I see is like this this old image of how an artist or creative person has to live, what you had for a long time, and what needed validation, or what is is a collective concept as well, that you step out of that. And then you let not just the colors from the outside, but much more your own colors. Now I think of this song of Cyndi Lauper, True Colors, Shine Your True Colors. That, and it's not about wearing red and yellow now all the time, but let your true colors shine, and getting rid like of an old skin, of this concept of gray and serious and all this, what an artist has to be and to show. And that on one hand it will be such a liberation, and you are always, you're shedding so much layers at the moment. You have to, it's not funny all the time, it's not happy. And I have the feeling you come more and more in contact with this happy, with this energy in you. See this woman, she doesn't care about what people think about her. And wow, Antoinette, have a look what we have here for Anka.
Oh, another keyhole.
The keyhole. And Anka, have a look. Now she's dancing on the keyhole.
You've walked through it.
Yes, it's not about opening the door or not, taking the key or not. This is done.
You're actually on top of it, Anka. You're on top of it. Yay!
So I finished with that. I wish you happy, with power. With
personal power. And yes, that's beautiful, because the keyhole is so good. It always comes up for you, Anka. So that's amazing.
So interesting. I haven't seen it just in the moment when I was.
No.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Awesome.
Well, Spirit is amazing.
You're riding on the top of it now. You've got it under control, Anka. Keep going. Thank you, Anka, for coming on.
Thank you very much. And so we have 3 more people coming in. Helena, Clarissa, and Kelly for this moment of time.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, beautiful. Antoinette and me, we have decided we will stop after 2 hours today, because we did far too long the last time. So we will accelerate as well. So maybe you will get your reading. If not, come back next month and come in early. And now we go on with Danny.
Danny. Hey, Danny. Okay. Has Danny asked for general guidance, I think? I think she's asked for general guidance. Just checking. We have to go back. Just bear with us. General guidance. Okay. General guidance for Danny, please. Okay. All right, Danny. Your card is learning. You're going through a huge learning curve. Question equals ... So okay. So this is what's happening right now for you. Questions I began to ask, learning a not so easy task. And how true is that? When we need to learn lessons and when we're learning something new, it doesn't always mean that it's simple. and I know that you have been asking a lot of questions, and a lot of questions are going through your mind, and you're actually learning a lot from a lot of different sources. I feel like there's information coming in from every direction, and sometimes you're overwhelmed. And it gets a little bit too much, and what they want you to know is you need to break it down into parts that are digestible. They're saying break it down into parts where you're able to not be overwhelmed, I feel that there's that sense of overwhelmment. Making up words now, I'm not even sure if that's a word. So it's, and I think what's troubling you too is you ask the question, and then either you don't get an answer, or you get another question, and then it's ... and the story continues. So it's not It's not clear, it's not concise, it's like around and around and around. And then you've got this thing about the around thing, haven't you? I remember the rune from last time with the circle and the circle. But I really think, you know, and I'm just looking at the colors. So the questions in purple, and purple is all around the third eye. And when we're trying to find equals, like when we're trying to find an answer, we try to ground that. So it's around the base. But then the ... is in green. So it's all about the heart. So they really want you to sort of cut it into bite-sized chunks. This is the language that they're telling me. They're telling me to cut it into bite-sized chunks, like as if you're cutting a sandwich, and just take one at a time and just breathe it in and just allow yourself to learn slowly, because you're not finding it very easy. And let's face it, none of us are finding it easy right now. We're being tested right to the very core. So, but it's all they want you to know it's all a learning experience, and it's all about increasing your consciousness and your awakening and learning lesson by lesson. You know, that is the spiritual journey, lesson by lesson. So yeah, so that's your card, Danny, learning. And boy, are we all learning so much at the moment. So please take care and just turn it into manageable chunks, you know, bite-sized chunks, so that it doesn't become so overwhelming to you. So a lot of lessons around. So thank you, Danny, for coming in.
Thank you, Anton. It's again so interesting. I listened to you. I pulled an angel from this German deck, what's really beautiful. And when you talked about the colors, so this is all green. And when I see your card, you know, this is leading, the question mark is leading to the green dots. And this is Heilung, this is the angel of healing. And I was really touched. There was sensing, my heart was touched when this angel was popping out for you. And the information I got, this is what Anthony
Anthony, is there an Anthony here?
I don't know.
Maybe
Anthony is talking with me from there. Was Antoinette told about how the process can work for you, to put it in dots, that this is the way it will lead to healing. When you give I can't talk, yourself the space to put it down in little steps and not see the overwhelming total mountain of what all you have to accomplish, because we're all overwhelmed when we see this. Then by every step you make, every little step, every baby step, you heal more and more and more. And for me, the way of healing is very connected with feeling what's going on in us. So it's not absolutely necessary all the time to get energy healings or to dive in past lives. Sometimes it's just sitting and feeling what's going on in you, accepting that and loving yourself with these feelings. And this is I've got the feeling this angel is around you at the moment all the time, and he's helping you. And when you see these beautiful wings, he just, or you can imagine that when you have these moments of desperation and frustration and whatever is coming up, imagine he is embracing you with these wings, and you just sit with what's going on and nothing else to do. Nothing else to do, not to search in your head, not to find an explanation, just to sit, to breathe, to feel, and imagine this angel is with you at this moment. You're not alone with all this. We're never alone. And you make it. You're so strong. You make it. I have no doubt. This angel has not an all in doubt.
No.
And the other thing, he's around you, but you are this angel as well. So what I said to Antoinette at the beginning, that I don't know in which reading had this information, that we are shining when we are ourselves, no matter what's going on. It's not to be in bliss all the time and happy, it's just to be ourselves. And when we heal ourselves by allowing to be ourselves, by allowing to feel, this is radiating. And we are showing others that it is possible to be ourselves.
Look at all that beautiful green.
You heal the world.
Oh, look at that beautiful green.
Yeah.
Heart, heart. Archangel Raphael, Danny. He's around the healing angel.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. And my love is with you. You make it. I believe in you.
Yes, we believe in you. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly's jumped on. Kelly, if you would like a reading, please let us know. We don't know whether we will get to you, but if you would like, for anyone jumping on, just you could write down if you would like a reading, please put it in the comments. We're working through the list.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The next one is Sita, and she wants to know about relationships and trust, Sita. We will put this together, relationships and trust.
Trust and relationships. Hey, Sita. Okay, trust and relationships for Sita. Get some guidance on trust and relationships for Sita. Thinking about it, Sita, and it's not jumping out. Trust and relationships for Sita. Okay. Sita, trust and relationships. Your card is evolution. Look at all those beautiful colors there, you know, the Merkaba, you know, the spiritual, the human connecting with the spiritual. So I think your relationships, you've asked a specific question around the relationships and trust. So I feel like something is evolving. Obviously you are evolving, and then as a result your relationships are evolving, and it's going to be a step-by-step process. Step by step you will evolve. So when I look at all these colors, it's like you are really digging deep, and you are really trying to bring all the parts of you, like you're in your human self, you are trying to bring all your celestial parts in to connect with that. So you've done a lot of soul-searching, you've done a lot of heavy, deep thinking and feeling. It's the same thing again. It's like you've done the work. It's like the past and the future. It's like the same sort of theme that we started with. But for you, it's like you're still in the evolving stage. Like you're doing the work, you're evolving as a result of the work, and then you have the future. So, and it's a case of taking step by step, really going in deep, you know, deep into your core, so that, you know, this inner triangle in here, to me, for you, is representative of your inner core, and it's yellow. So we talk about the solar plexus and your self-esteem, and I think you've in the past you've forgone your self-love with relationships by not having adequate boundaries, and giving too much and allowing people to take too much. So now your core is your solar plexus, where your self-esteem and self-confidence. And they want you to know that you are regaining that power, that personal power, that, you know, energetic sovereignty. And for you, it's about bringing the two together, in bringing your energetic sovereignty, your celestial being, into your human self. So that is the process of evolution. You know, the Merkaba is all about bringing body and spirit together. So I really feel like it's, and I'm getting the image that the Merkaba is like turning. So it's in constant motion. You're constantly working on it, constant evolving. You're taking step by step, you know, and each step you take is leading you to a higher level of awareness and consciousness. So Keep going, Sita. They're not being humorous tonight, which is a change, because normally when they really want to be direct, but they're actually patting you on the back this time. They're not ordering you like they normally do with your guides. Your guides are quite funny. So but today it's like, okay, yes, you're doing the work, you've done the work, keep going, take step by step. Always focus on that inner triangle, which is just, your solar plexus, your self-love and your self-confidence and your self-esteem, and allow the light to radiate, from that inner core. So keep going, Sita. You're doing well. Over to Kaija.
I come in with humor. But first, before this, Justin, if you're still there and if you would like a reading, you would be the next one, then write a comment now. And if we don't get a comment now, we will not do reading for you. Mm-hmm. So, Sita, come back to Sita. You ask about relationships. I pulled that card and I read co-creation. I was among what is this? But it is not just forget this. I got the humor here. I've got two beings. I've got Sita and a loved one, and they are watching for guidance, but they don't watch each other. They are not in contact really with each other. I see them both like, okay, we are maybe in love with each other, and maybe it's complicated. What are we doing? And instead of seeing the other one, watching the other one, and having a look what's happening then, they are searching for guidance everywhere, pulling cards, asking for a card, asking the guides what to do. And what I get, even with this co-creation, it is about going in contact and real physical contact, in eye contact, in conversation, in communication, in sharing vulnerable. I don't know if I just, no matter if it's about your husband or another person, I don't know what you're asking for, but you will know that, and we don't have to go into detail. But whatever there is in your relationships going on, as long as you don't have the courage to face the other one and to face what's really in front of you, there will not be any evolution, to come back to Antoinette's card. And yeah, and I see you sitting here in your amazing, gorgeous power, and really a bit helpless. So what can I do to make my situation better, or to go there where I want to be in relationships? And really kind of helpless. Wow, how is this? And to become serious, and I don't want to think that we're not serious. So there is something in you that has never ever had the experience of a real relationship, real in the sense of opening up. The other one is opening up and showing what's really going on in you. So this being helpless is no wonder in a way. And the other person obviously as well is sitting there. So I just want to go in contact. I don't know how. And for this moment of time, you just can trust and make steps in a direction you never have done. And if you want to better your relationships, or if you want to have evolution in your relationships, it means that you have to do something you never have done. And I see opening up and really sharing what's going on in you. Vulnerable, insecure, frustrated maybe as well, and I get really insecurity as well, a lot of insecurity, because you never have opened up in that way. And trusting that miracles can happen. And you don't know it, Sita, you never were there. So please, every time, really, really kind and loving with yourself. Don't push yourself to something. And just maybe for this moment of time, just let's sink in that nothing will happen when you not make something happen. What means to make a step in a direction you never have done.
It's got to come from the core. It's got to come from that inner triangle.
Yeah. And when I see this, the first movement here, I see it's not to talk, to speak, to open up. It's just to turn the head towards each other. From this asking outside, what can we do? And searching for help on the outside. It's just like, you know, you see Antoinette and me face to face, like I would make this. And Antoinette, can you do this as well?
Towards you or away from you?
Yes. Is it other direction? I think
because it's back to front.
We don't know. Just maybe we don't know how you see it.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys are seeing it. That's the thing. We see it. We're probably seeing it the other way, so we don't know.
Yes, helpless as well. We don't know in which direction we have to turn, but we try it. You know, maybe I see Antoinette there. I don't see anything here because I see my room. Maybe I see her when I turn that way. And this is a good image. Try something new in baby steps and what you can do towards the other person. Yeah.
And make sure you come from there. That's really important. Come from the center, from your solar plexus.
And take your fear by the hand.
Because that's where fear sits. Fear sits in our solar plexus. So that's why they're really wanting you to focus on that yellow in the middle there. And then everything, all the light will shine from that spot. It's like it's pivotal there. The pivot is there. So that's how you will continue to evolve in your relationship, Sita.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Hope that helps. Okay.
So have a look if Justin have written something. Has written. And
just bear with us. We just have to keep refreshing like the comment.
We go on with Nola. And there's nothing from Justin. But no. Okay.
You might be still listening. He might be listening. So Nola, now I think you had a specific question. Did Nola have a specific question?
No, I haven't found something.
Just going back and having a look.
I start when you have a look.
Yeah. Just she said reading would be lovely. You go ahead, Kaija. Yep.
Okay, there we go. You get a French moon card. Oh, the card is called Cycle, Nola. What I feel that something is coming in your life to full cycle and you're closing a cycle as well. And there I see, as on the card here, the closing, and you can't feel the opening now. For me, you're at this point here. And it feels a bit stuck and painful maybe as well to say goodbye to the old. And you don't know what to do, where to go. You feel that there is something new coming in or that something new will evolve in your life, but you have no clue, neither what it is, nor how you can make steps in that direction. And what I get, like a guidance that for this moment of time, it is not about doing or searching in your head to find solutions to go out. It feels really stuck for you, this situation. So no forward, no backward. The backward is not possible because this cycle is closed and the new one hasn't begun. And what I feel, what it is about at the moment is accepting where you are. Not fighting that you don't know, that it's not going on, that you have ideas, but nothing is really functioning. it is like I just like an invitation of the universe to have a little break and just sit and relax and have a look back as well, and honor yourself for what you have accomplished, what you have finished, how far you have come until this moment of time. And the more you can relax, and relaxing, I feel your system a bit overwhelmed and in stress as well. The more you can relax, the more space you create in your system that the new can come in and show up. So I hope this makes sense, and I give to Antoinette.
I just want to say before we continue that thank you for your patience, everyone. We're just going through the list, and we actually go through the list in order of the comments. So if you've come in a bit later, your reading will be a little bit later. So please bear with us. We're moving through the list. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Nola. So the card from my deck is this one. And we have a common theme happening with the circle.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's all about the cycles as well, but this card is actually hidden desire. So I'm feeling that you need to connect with that center, you know, and it's this going deep inside and actually looking at, so what it says is, hidden in the depths of my soul, my desire to feel whole. So if I look at the congruence between the two cards, even though they're very different, they're what was the name of your card?
Cycle.
Yeah. So sorry. I was reading the comments, and that's what I wasn't listening. So cycle. So it's interesting because you have like the cycles of the moon there, you know, the waxing, the waning, the half moon, the gibbous, all of that. And I find it funny that the card that I've pulled from my deck has also got the cycle.
Yeah.
So I feel for you, Nola, in that it comes back to that theme that we first opened up with when I started reading about the September themes, about we have a choice to close the karmic cycle. So I think I'm feeling that there is a decision that you need to make that you're finding quite difficult to make. And the decision, I feel like the answer will be shown to you if you go into your hidden desire, that you have to allow yourself to go into. So I really think it's a pivotal point for you. Continue with the same cycle, go through the different motions, like in Kaija's card where there's the different levels of the moon, like the different cycle of the moon, or, you know, and you haven't felt whole. And I feel like, you know, hidden in the depths of my soul, my desire to feel whole. You have a real deep hidden desire to feel whole, and you're going through all those motions, and you just need to find that one thing within you, or perhaps there's a decision that you have to make that will be for you, and that will, it's in your heart space. It's hidden there in your heart space, in your soul. It's something that you need to really connect with, because I believe that by connecting with that hidden desire, they're saying to me that you will actually find what it is that you're looking for. The way forward is for you to really accept and connect. They're saying connect and accept that hidden desire within you to move forward, because you haven't felt, you don't feel whole. You feel like there's something missing, and it's almost like, I keep looking at Kaija's card, and it's just going through the cycles. And like we said at the beginning, you know, it's our choice now whether we continue with the same cycle or we close that cycle and move on to a new one. And the answer is within your hidden desire. I really feel that you need to dig deep, Nola, and look at what you actually really, really want, and go with that feeling of that heart space and that intuition that you're able to get guidance from and connect with, because in those depths of your soul you will find the answers. So, and if you look at all the different colors, these are all the chakra colors. So it's like it's your whole system. It's your whole system is yearning for you to do something or be something or try something, or, you know, but I do feel like there's a decision to be made, and the guidance that they want you to have is that go within and look inside your hidden desire, and that's where you will find your answers.
So interesting, Antoinette, because when you said that Nola is searching, that you're searching to feel whole, this is one of the topics of the Virgo as well. I'm whole, and that means not to be perfect, to be healed. It means to accept all what you are. And what I get when Antoinette, when I listen to you, that the moment you accept and you bring to light this desire, what was forbidden for a long time, for what reason ever, lifetimes, education, you will feel whole just by accepting. It's not even not to fulfill it. The first step is to accept that you have that.
Yeah. And not have so much judgment around it, because I feel that there is judgment there, and you feel it, but you push it away. You feel it and you push it away. So you hide it, and then therefore it gets blocked because you're not acknowledging, you know. So I think that's the key for you, Nola, that you need to go in and accept and connect with that hidden desire, and that will give you the wholeness that you're looking for.
And it's just the first step really in yourself. It's not about talking about, acting it out, whatever, fulfilling it. It's just to feel it in yourself and accept that this is an important part of you, and there's nothing wrong with that part. No matter what you have been told, you're perfect, and this is a part of you.
Thank you, Nola, for coming on.
Yeah.
Very nice to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will quickly do two things. First of all, say that the replays of the readings will be available on our pages on YouTube as well. So you can come back. You don't have to write or think you have to grab all in this moment of time.
You can listen again.
Yeah, and then I will quickly read the list so everybody knows a bit when there are.
Yeah.
So the next one is Rima. And then normally it was Karen Ann, but she wanted to give the place to her daughter, Elena. But she didn't give us permission for the moment. So it's either Karen Ann or Elena. Then Sandy, Georgina, Akriti, Elise, Donham, Jaden, Helena, Clarissa, Kelly. Then maybe Karen Ann, and she gave her place away. And Hannah stepped in as well. So, and to say we have 50 minutes left, we will do quick readings today, but we will stop really in about 1 hour. So, and everybody, we don't do a reading today. Please come back next month, come in earlier. We decided to really do 2 hours and not any longer, because last time
it's just too much.
Far too long. And welcome, and it's beautiful that you're with us.
Yeah.
So next one is Rima. She wants general. You
General?
want to start?
Yeah.
General.
Okay. Thank you, Rima, for coming in. Okay. General guidance for Rima. Okay, Rima. Your general guidance is, your card is creativity. So they want you to have fun. I'm feeling, I think she said something about, I thought I saw a comment, and I might be confusing her with someone else, but no, that was Sandy. Okay, Rima wants a, sorry, just making sure we're getting trying to get the questions for the right people. Bear with us. Rima, creativity, divine feminine. I'm wanting to say you need to connect with your divine inner goddess. I feel an energy of fun, of exploring all the colors, starting with a blank canvas. And this card actually says my creativity limited to what was protected. So I feel like you've lived a life where you haven't really explored a lot or created a lot, and creativity takes so many different forms. You know, I know this has got a paintbrush on the card, but I feel like there was a little bit of fear perhaps around showing your creativity, showing your inner goddess. So the divine feminine is really so it's around your sacral. They're saying your sacral is all around your creativity of divine feminine. So it's also around change. So I think I want to say change the colors. So if you have a look here, you know, we've got all the colors of the rainbow, and it's like you've got the brush in your hand and you're just ready to explore. And you've held it back a lot in the past. You've held back your creativity. And like I said, creativity can mean anything. It doesn't necessarily mean painting or drawing. You know, creativity lies within our divine feminine. So it's about intuition and emotion, and whichever way you wish to express that. So it could even mean that you're wanting to express how you're feeling, and you've always been guarded, you know, with your feelings, because the first thing that came in was divine feminine, and divine feminine is all around emotion and intuition. So you may be coming to a place in your life where you actually want to express, and you're not sure how you can express, because in the past you've always guarded it. You've always guarded your heart for fear of getting hurt. So I think they really want you to just have, like, let loose. They're saying to me, let loose, have some fun. Just grab all the colors within you and just explore, and allow those colors to come out, and you know, again, no judgment, and be in a place of play and connect with your intuition and your deepest emotions, you know, those ones that have been held back and you know, held in a safe place behind this shield. Like, you know, the colors are behind the shield, so you've only really shown little parts of them, but for the most part is still actually protected behind the shield. So it's time for you to start mixing it up, Breema. They're saying, you know, I get this image of you with the paintbrush and mixing up all these colors, and you know, it could be metaphorical. It doesn't have to be you know, you painting. So it's just mixing up, grabbing all that is you, and actually starting to pull the shield away, and not be so fearful of being hurt, or showing your true colors. Again, that song True Colors is coming up, the Cyndi Lauper song. Showing your true colors and just exploring and having some fun with your creativity. So I hope that gives you some guidance, Rima. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I shall pull over to Kaija.
So, Rina, I got this card, and the first thing was jump. Jump. And what is beautiful, when I listened to the reading of Antoinette, and I think this going hand in hand again. So as if something is holding you back, but at the same time you're ready to express this, whatever you want to express there. The card is called Go the Distance. And I think there is a distance to go to come to that point, but it is not a walk of 100 miles. It is more a jump, really to, again, trust yourself, trust in the universe, trust that you're supported, and I can feel there's something you really want to do, and you have holding yourself back. Maybe you found a lot of things outside around you holding you back. This was just like excuses, and normally what's holding us back is fear of trying something new, or of failing, or whatever. And it's not about ignoring this fear. It's a bit like as we had in the reading before, take this with Sita, take your fear by the hand and jump. And what is interesting with this leopard, he's leaving parts behind why he's jumping, or almost is there on the back. He's carrying something on the back as well. Okay. It's part as well. So while he is jumping, he is leaving all what's not any longer needed behind. And he will arrive there. So this is a line, the arriving line, the point. So this power you see in this card, you have it in yourself to do this new thing, to do what you always wanted to do. And it's just about, it's not simple. It's for sure, it's never simple when we go in a direction or we do something we never have done. And when I say a little bit, it's just about having a look what's going on in your head. It's not simple like that. But most of the time, what is holding us back is here and not in the outer world and not in our heart, not in our system, but it is our own protection system. We can call it ego as well. We all have this that tells us, no, it's better not to do this thing there, because then we can get hurt again in relationships, or when we try this new thing, we can fail, and then it hurts again as well. And for sure, it's right. This can happen. And it has happened, and it can happen again, that something will hurt when we try something new, and it's not like we imagine it is. And when you just listen to this one, we will get stuck. We will never make new experience. You will never go where we want to go, where our heart wants to go. So I always say, let it talk and say, okay, I hear you. Thank you. You want to protect me. I see that. And I make this leap of faith anyway to express your creativity. And you're immensely creative. Immensely. And I think what I get as well in a very unique way. And when you were a child, you were called, it was too special for most of the people what you made. They didn't saw the creativity, they saw that it is different, and it was irritating. And this was what you get back. You're kind of expressing your creativity in a very unique way is weird. And what I feel as well, it is not just very special and unique, it is also something in that, I don't know what you're doing, what is awaken people. And for sure, that means you trigger people. And this is amazing, beautiful. Obviously, you have to do that. So do it, jump.
Please explore, Emma, please explore. The world needs you.
Yes.
Please explore. Don't hold that shield up anymore. Allow it to come off.
Yes, and jump.
Thank you, Rima.
You're not any longer needed. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We hope that was helpful. And now I have to look if Alana has given us permission, because this was missing. If yes, she's the next one. No. Alana, we need that you write that you want a reading.
Okay, Alana, if
now.
you're there. So this is Karen Ann giving up for Alana, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
just I would propose that we do Sandy.
Okay.
And Elena, if you want a reading, give permission now, then we do you after Sandy, and if not, we go to Karen Ann then.
Okay.
Okay, for both of you.
So we're moving on to Sandy now. So thank you, Sandy, for joining. Now, Sandy had a specific question.
Yes, about a guy she met in June and July.
Okay. So Sandy would like, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to give you some guidance around your question. Okay. Guidance for Sandy. Right, Sandy. So you've asked for guidance around this guy that came across your path a few months ago, I believe. And you want to know what's going on. Okay, so the card that comes out for you is guilt.
Interesting.
So I feel there's a block of guilt. I'm not sure whether it's on your side or the other side. I think it's more your side. This is a message for you. Okay, so there's some sort of guilt around this, and you're not sure. There's some uncertainty, but there's some guilt rising in you, and I think it might be related to something that may have happened in the past, and you don't want to repeat the same lesson again. I want to say lesson because there are no mistakes. It's all about experience. So the actual quote down the bottom is, "For now I understood my pain, the pain of guilt, the pain of shame." So I have a feeling that you may be sitting in this space right now, Sandy, and it's actually putting up a huge big barrier. Now, I'm feeling that you want something to happen with this person. However, something within you is holding you back, and it's guilt or shame. It's really coming up like a blockade. Like I see an image of a concrete block. So, you know, when we talk about the law of attraction, you know, our words and our feelings, you know, wherever we're at, that is what we will attract back. So it's what we put out, we will attract back. And I feel that you're sitting in a real space of judgment on yourself. And in May, I feel like that it's not entirely, the guilt has been brought on by a lot of different factors. You know, whether it be belief systems or patterns. I want to say ancestral patterns or ancestral generational patterns, something that has repeated in many different generations, and you've learnt it from your parents, and it's something that continues to be there. I hope this is making sense. It's quite clear. So it's placing this huge roadblock. All I see is like this concrete blockade, and it's like I can see you trying to get around it, and you're desperately wanting to get around it, but it's weighing you down. You know, it's like it's raining showers of it on you, and the sky is dark, and there's a lot of fear and I want to say lack of hope even. So they're really wanting you to look at that guilt, Sandy, and look at where it's come from. It's really important. They're saying to me it's generational, and it's actually being placed upon you as a belief system or a pattern, and it's time for you to break free from it. So I think the main message for you is to recognize it. To actually, you know, the guidance that's coming through is, you know, this is something that's happened in past generations, and there's a belief system around this, and it may be it is related to this guy that you have crossed paths, but I feel like you're getting frustrated because nothing is happening, and there's just this huge block there, and the advice that we can give you is that have a look and think of where this guilt or where this feeling, it might even be shame, where it's coming from, and allow yourself to acknowledge it and go in deeper and look at it and allow it to come to the surface and allow yourself to feel it and realize that it is not your fault. Like it's a pattern that you've grown with. It's a pattern that has gone through generations. It's a pattern that you've been taught. So which they are really, really hard, you know, for us to break patterns. It's like breaking habits. It's really, really hard to break a habit, and it takes work. But the first step for you is to actually acknowledge it. So that's what I have for you, Sandy. We shall go over to Kaija and see what card she has pulled out.
The second part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I can, first of all, it's new ideas is the same card as I pulled for Sarah at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When I listen to you, Antoinette, what I can see as well, that you have in your lineage, but it's a very collective subject, a lot of women being abused by men on many levels. It's not sexual, it's just, it is what is in the collective in the woman. And this is something you're afraid of again. And what I can feel, this man can offer you something different, but you have to be open to see that. And this is a bit like the glasses we had with Sarah as well. As long as you see through that glasses, but this has to happen again. And it is not easy, as Antoinette said, to break free from these experiences. And I for me, it's always like memories that are engraved in our cells and our souls really deep. And obviously you have chosen to break free, and now you have an opportunity, and there's this fear of repeating the same not so beautiful experiences again. And the longing to make other experience. I see this longing here. So this longing to make an experience of beauty, of respect, of really being an eye-to-eye contact with the man in love and experience really something different. So, and this is up to you. And it's not a simple thing. It is about, as Antoinette said, to acknowledge and to have a research, making maybe a little list what your belief systems are about men, what will happen in a relationship, what all can get wrong, and write it down and having a look what is really yours, what experience did you made, and then maybe make another list with what you wish to experience. And then for me it's really like putting away these glasses and say, okay, this is my experience since now. This is the experience of my lineage, of at the end, all the women in the collective in the last hundreds of years that we were suppressed by men. And something else is possible. And with this man, something else is possible. And how can I create that? And I can tell from my experience, I started a new relationship with the same fear to repeat the same shit I repeated often. And with a big awareness that I have part of that I just for sure have chosen the right man to play our games. But what I try is to talk about all what's going on with this man now. So when things coming up, and for sure he's bringing up things a lot. This is the goal of a relationship, to bring up your shit and the beauty. And for me, it's not about being different. It's about, can I act different with how I am and what's in me and what is my experience until now. And I think this I would like to give you this on the way to connect with this longing here, your longing in yourself to make new and beautiful experiences and relationships, and stay open that this is possible. And be aware of all what's coming up, what's brought up in you through this contact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely let go and acknowledge it, and know that, you know, it's something that can be healed. You can heal.
Yes. And for sure, also by bringing it in contact. to tell this man, so I had not so good experiences. I would like to experience something new with you, and I'm afraid to repeat. And maybe I have to repeat things. I have to make my steps. I have to make errors, and maybe we can talk and start again and start again and start again. We are all not perfect, and the perfect relationship isn't existing.
No.
Relationship is hard work.
Very complex. Very complex.
Not, yes, you know that Antoinette is married since over 20 years. So, and it's hard work. It's not a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And there's so much beauty in showing up vulnerable and being seen finally with all what we are, because we have such a deep longing to this as well. What means we have to show up.
Yeah. We have to be authentic and connect with those parts of us that perhaps we don't like about ourselves. Shadow, the shadow. Only in the shadow can we see the light.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandy. I hope that helps.
Yes. Thank you for being here and trusting us.
Alana has actually written that she has written. Yes, so we can go ahead and read for Alana.
Yes.
Okay.
And if we go that far, Karen Ann is now after Kelly. And then we have Hannah, Lydia, and Tara if we come far like that. So for the new coming in, we will do just 2 hours of reading today. If you are not on today, please come in next time. Come in early.
Yeah.
And we
you'll be
will
the
get you
first
ready
read.
reading them next month.
Yeah, because we read them according to the comments, the order of the comments. So yeah, please come in early next time and we will be sure to read for you.
Yes.
Okay, who's next? Georgina?
No, Alana.
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 Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I just said that.
Everything's fine.
Alana. Okay, Alana. General guidance for Alana. Just want to do a shout out to Eleanor too. Thank you for joining us, Eleanor. It's good to see you here. I'm glad you're listening in.
Yeah, beautiful.
Guidance for Alana. No, that's not your card. It was changing its mind. Guidance for Alana. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, Alana. This is your card, Acknowledge. So it says to realize or not yet forgiven. Okay, so when I drew the scales on this card, it was all about, if you look at the bag down here is really heavy and dirty and full of muck. So we want to be here and it's out of balance. So what is it going to take to balance? It's going to take acknowledgement. So I feel that for you, Alana, you're holding on to something that has, I want to say, plagued you for most of your life. It's been very whoops. I can't work out this opposite thing. It's been very heavy. You know, there's been a lot of, I want to say, darkness, a lot of obscurity, lack of clarity, and something that weighs a lot and has actually weighed you down and tipped the scales so that you're out of balance. And I feel like you're coming into, and you're aware of this, that there's something that you need to acknowledge that you haven't yet forgiven. And when we hold on to something, it sits in our heart space and it blocks us from opening our hearts to whatever wants to come in, you know. And there may be opportunities that are around you that are being blocked by your lack of ability to actually acknowledge that you're still holding on to something. There's something that you're really holding on to, and they want you to know it's time for you to look at it, to face it, to actually look at it head on and grab it in your arms and actually say, I see you, I acknowledge you. it's really going to be a very important step for you to do this, because I feel that once you're able to acknowledge this thing that you haven't forgiven, or there's something that's happened in your past, the scales will start moving. The scales will start moving up, and the weight, a lot of the burden and the weight will shift. You will shift, you will transform, you will change, and you will receive, you'll be in much more harmony and peace. So if you can imagine the scale going up and joining this one and not being so out of balance, like at the moment there's a lot of disharmony, a lot of inner conflict. You know, we want to get to the point where it's a lot more balanced and you have a lot more inner peace and harmony, and you've come to a place of acceptance. We can't do that without acknowledging what the problem is. So they're asking you to really face it head on, whatever it is. They really want you to acknowledge that it's there, to no longer block it. I think you've spent a lot of time blocking this particular thing. That's what they're telling me. You've spent a lot of time pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down. But by pushing it down, it is holding you back. So in order for you to receive the inner peace and the inner harmony that for which you long for, you will need to actually acknowledge and let go and forgive yourself or forgive someone else, and go through the process of healing around whatever this is, so that you're able to release the burden and the scales will move upwards and you'll find a lot more equilibrium within yourself. So I know it's feeling like a very heavy and painful thing. There's a lot of energy there that is stuck and blocked. So maybe some healing would be good for you, you know, to release that trigger, or to release that, to let go of that pain. But that's what I've got for you, Alana. That's what they want. That's what your guides want you to focus on, and, you know, coming into balance and connecting with your emotions, you know, the orange of the sacral, the divine feminine, to connect with your emotions and to allow yourself to acknowledge those emotions, because we can only heal by actually acknowledging them. So that's the only way we can release them. Hope that helps, Alana, and I shall pull over to Kaija.
So, and just I pulled an angel for you, one of this German deck, Verzeihen, and this is the angel of forgiveness. So and have a look. So I had it lying in front of me when Antoinette did her reading, and I was so, yes, perfect. So, and what I can see, this heaviness, what Antoinette said, what you feel in your life will come in balance when you forgive yourself and the other person as well. And there's something coming to my mind, because we always say that's so easy, just forgive, and forgiveness is not always easy, and it needs steps. When we are hurt by another person, or when we hurt another person, then there's a lot of pain and sadness and anger as well, and these steps are important. But then there comes this point when we can decide, do we want to hold on the anger and on the pain, or is it time to move forward? And there's a ritual, I don't know if you know about Ho'oponopono. These are 4 phrases you can say. I'm sorry, I ask you to forgive me, I thank you, I love you, I love you, I thank you. You will find that. And what helped me a lot when my adult Kaija was so, I will never forgive this person. Never ever I give the other one this gift of forgiving, because it was too terrible, he or she did. What I imagine, that I'm standing in front of myself like a child, a little Kaija, and the other person as a child as well. And I always see the both hand in hand, and they just want to play. And the adults hurt each other, the egos hurt each other, the wounds hurt people. We hurt another person out of our wounds, and other people hurt us because they are hurted. And this is something what is functioning for myself, that I see the little ones in front of me. My little one, the little Kaija, 4 years old, before all this shit had happened. And the other person in this age as well as a child. And then I do this ritual. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. And with the children, it's always easy for me to do that. And it helps me to become softer with the adults, myself and the other person as well. So maybe this is an idea what you can do. What I found beautiful, what it's again, so in harmony with Antoinette's card, you have the dark and the light on one side, and you have here the darkness, and this is coming out when you can forgive in heart form, this shining light, and you will feel so much lighter and free. This is often what I say to myself and others as well. When we are able to forgive, it's mostly for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, the other person might have done something that seemed not to be forgivable, but as long as we don't forgive and we hold on the anger, the resentments and all, we put ourselves in a cage that is really heavy.
Yeah, definitely. And just because we forgive, it doesn't mean that we think what that person did was right. It's all about It's all about liberation. It's all about freeing ourselves from that, energetic cord that we're holding on to. As long as we're holding on to something, there's that energetic cord between the two people. So it's a freedom. It's about letting go and letting ourselves be free. It doesn't mean that we forget about what that person did, or we think that what that person did was right or wasn't wrong. It's about freedom for ourselves.
Yes. And maybe this might be helpful as well if the other person did something really he or she should realize one day, and the universe will show it to the other one. It's not your job. Your job is to be happy and to live your life in freedom and happiness.
That's true. The universe will take care of the rest.
Yes, ever.
Thank you, Alana. I hope that helps.
Me
and
too,
please write comments, and tell us if the cards are resonating and if the messages are resonating. We always go back afterwards and have a look and see what everyone has written. So please write comments for us. We love reading them. Thank you. So we have about 15 minutes left. So as we said, we probably will not make it through the whole list. We thank you all for coming on. That we'll continue as far as we can. Who's next, Kaija?
Next one is Georgina. And I think and then Akriti and Alice, and maybe we do the 3 and then we finish. We have a look.
Yeah. Okay. So Georgina, did she have a specific question?
No, it's general.
General. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Georgina.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you here. We'd love to see so many new faces coming in, and also we'd love to see our beautiful supporting crowd that come in all the time and always support us. So it's really beautiful to see you all on today. We really appreciate you all. Even if we don't get to do a reading for you, we appreciate so much that you're able to come and join us. And we hope that you've been listening to the other readings and you're able to take something from that for yourself as well. So
yes.
Okay, well, Georgina. General guidance for Georgina. Okay. Georgina, your card is shame. So I remember channeling this drawing and thinking this is really, really strange. But I had to trust. So, you know, shame is very close to guilt. They're very closely related. And you didn't have a specific question, so I'm just going to go with whatever comes. So again, I think this may be similar to it was Sandy's reading, wasn't it? With the guilt.
Yes, guilt and new ideas.
So when this when I channeled this drawing, it was as if you had fingers pointing at you. And again, I'm feeling there's an ancestral component here, a generational component, because it's like the syringe has been, so this is a syringe and it's on the back of on the hand, and it's been pushed out to you. So it's the shame that's been put on you. You know, which we always say guilt is, we put the guilt on ourselves, and we do. Like, guilt is something we put on ourselves, but we also have sometimes a huge component from an ancestral generational pattern. And I think you're very, you and Sandy, I don't know if you know each other. However, I feel like the reading is similar in that you've had a lot of shame around that you've taken upon yourself because of your surroundings. So it's the thing is, with fear and shame, I was infected. So there's been a lot of fear, there's been a lot of shame, there's been a lot that's been around you that you've absorbed, and now it's actually becoming one with you. Well, it has perhaps your whole life, maybe from your childhood. I'm not sure. I feel like there's something from your childhood, that there's a lot of shame there, and there's guilt also attached to it. I want to say that, you know, it's very much affected your self-esteem. You know, when we look at yellow is the color of the solar plexus, you know, the divine masculine, the action, the confidence, you know, the self-esteem. And fear also sits in the solar plexus. So I'm feeling that this is rising in you. It's rising in you, and you really don't want to feel it anymore. You really want to get rid of it. And like Sandy, and we find it really hard to accept that we've accepted this challenge to change the pattern. You know, and we think, how did I agree to that? But you really want to get rid of it. I feel like you're done with it. Like it's really becoming too much. And I fear that in order to do this, there may be some ties that you have to cut with people, which you're really feeling. Really, it's and look, and it's a difficult thing for everyone, and it's particularly if they're family members. You know, we think because they're family and their blood, that we have to actually submit, I want to say the word, to the behavior, and you know, put up with it and submit it. But there's no reason why we need to. And until we get to a point in our lives where we're actually got enough respect for ourselves that we want things to change, we then take on the meaning of changing the ancestral pattern, you know, changing the belief system that is around you, that you actually believe about yourself. So this is the thing with the patterns that are around us. We are taught them, we're brought up around them, you know, whether it be culture or religion or just lessons or ancestral patterns that have been brought down to you. We then take them on as our own, but authentically they are not us. So what I want to say is, you are not shame. You are not the patterns that are around you. It's time for you, and this is the healing process of starting to dismantle some of those patterns that are around you, that are holding you back, that are holding you to ransom. They want to say they're holding you to ransom, and they're contributing to the feelings that you have about yourself. and your self-belief and your self-love, there's been a huge impact on your self-belief and your self-love around shame. So again, allow yourself to feel it, to acknowledge it, love it. And like Kai was saying, approach it as if you were the child and have a look at it and say, I'm also responsible for choosing to change ancestral patterns, and it's not been a very easy task to do, and it can be very isolating. And sometimes you need to make decisions about, moving away from toxicity and patterns that are too far embedded, but we have taken on in this lifetime to actually change them and transmute them into light and stop them from repeating and repeating and repeating. So, and then again, we don't want you to have judgment around it, to actually sit with it and allow yourself to feel it, and actually really sit and think, where is this coming from? Why do I feel this way? Where is this coming from? And then allow the fear to rise and actually love the fear and connect with the fear and say, I hear you, I acknowledge you, I feel you. So yeah, heavy energy again I'm feeling. So I shall put over to Kaija and see if she has the other part, or how it sits with this one.
I have the other part.
Good.
I have pulled one of the French moon cards, and this one is called Protection. And when I listened to Antoinette, I was connecting with this energy of this card. And what I can see, there is this shame in you, and it is transmitted to you. It's not yours really. And you have another part in you, really innocent and protected, like a core. I see this is your core. And what can help you to connect with this part in you? And protection is for me also to feel safe in yourself. So before you go deeper in this shame and where is it coming from, contact with this part. This is always protected in yourself, and have a look out of this part to the other one, so that you're not overwhelmed, or that you not get the feeling you're just this shame and just this what happened in your ancestors line, in your family line, or in past lives. We all have these things. Because your core, this is your core. I see this is your core. Your core hasn't been touched. And when you're in contact with this, you can have a look to the other side as well. You can go from this part to have a look on. I would like to touch your screen, but this nobody will see that. When you feel safe in yourself, then it is so much easier to go in contact with this shame part. Then from a place of totally vulnerability, openness, and looseness maybe as well. And what I get, it is a bit a hint I do every time, but what I get very strong is that nature will support you to go in nature. And with this card as well, it's coming up that you might have dreams about this topic, and that you can transmute in dream state as well, that it is not obviously needed that you transmute when you're awake.
No.
But this will go hand in hand, and just to have a look that you have strength and you have this really innocent core that was never wounded. That you operate, that you work, that when you analyze, when you go deeper in these feelings of shame, that you always stay in contact with this part. And that the universe will open up, that when you start to heal this shame part, heal in the sense of integrate and love it and accept it, and not any longer let yourself be controlled by it. This is the thing we often think, to heal something, we have to get rid of it, instead of what I always say, it's about integration of all our parts and love them. Then they lose the power over us. And you can say, okay, I'm this, I'm innocent, I have something really that is not touched, that is whole. And for me to feel whole is about integrating this ashamed part as well, and saying I'm ashamed of some things. It is like this, being conscious of that, and don't hide it any longer. And then it becomes your power.
Yeah, because we're so scared of not connecting with the parts of us that we don't like, and that's shadow, you know, that's shadow work. A lot of my deck is about shadow work, and it's about really accepting all the parts of us and letting it come to the surface, and not be ashamed of the shame, or ashamed of what we see or what we feel. They may be negative emotions, but they're also part of us. So in the journey of healing, the journey of healing is towards authenticity. And
Yes.
if we are not authentic with our feelings, and the feelings that we don't, particularly the things that we don't like about ourselves, which is our shadow, we will not be able to integrate those and transmute those, and actually learn and evolve and expand and transform. So, you know, rather than us being scared to actually admit that we are this, or we feel this, our healing journey is one of stripping away all of that conditioning and finding our authentic selves. So, you know, if there's shame there, then don't be ashamed. You know, it's part of you.
Yeah, I think, Anton, when I listen to you, you know very well how it is to cope with shame, and how liberating actually to go out with this and with the experience you made, and to say, I'm ashamed that I had these experiences. And then the shame is melting. It has no any longer, it can't trap you in the same cycle.
So it's not about pushing it down because it just goes further down, and you know, and eventually it comes up. Or it manifests in something else, you know, it manifests as a physical symptom or something. So yeah, but I hope that helps, Georgina.
Yes.
And please reach out if you need some healing, or, you know, something to help you through it, to guide you and to support you. Please reach out if you feel that you need that. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay, I think we have maybe time for one more, or
one, maybe. Yes, do one more. Last one. And for all the other ones, you're not on this time. We will do the next reading. I think we didn't fix the date, but it will be the first Sunday in October. Come in time, really come in early, and write down directly, I would like a reading. You can ask after that, just be the first one, say, I would like to get a reading. We have, when we do the next one, done 10 readings today. So this is normally what we do, between 8 and 12 readings.
Yeah.
So just step in early, get sure that you get your reading.
Yeah.
Look at the place. If you like to come in our wisdom gathering circle in 2 weeks, if you have questions working in you and you would like to, you will not wait a month.
Yeah,
in 2 weeks,
you can come and join us.
Yes, come join us. We have still spaces open, and it's donation based, so it's affordable for everybody. Contact us. You're very welcome.
So during that circle, we just hold space for each other, and we do some meditation, and sometimes we do some journaling, and it's all channeled, whatever comes in for us at the time. There's no set routine. And then it could be just us holding a circle and people speaking their truth. So it changes from month to month. So, you know, it's just a safe space that we've created in order for us all to heal and grow together.
And yes, and it's beautiful, and it's different than our readings here. It's more interactive, and we give tools as well, as I told there to Alana how we can forgive, what can help. So have a look what we can do everybody for our own healing. So that it is not always to book a session with a healer, but to learn how to heal ourselves.
Yeah, it's about activating the healer. That's what I truly believe as an intuitive healer. It's about me guiding you and supporting you to activate the healer within you. That is the most important thing, you know. So this is another reason why we've created this circle, so that we can all activate each other, and there's often common themes, and you know, as we've created a safe space for people to come. And so if you missed out today, or even if you haven't missed out today and you would like to join us, you can just contact Kyra and I. We can then arrange to send you the Zoom link, because it's actually on Zoom. It's a private, it's not a live event. So,
and I will quickly, before we come to Akriti, thank you Elise, Donan, Jaden, Helena, Clarissa, Kelly, Karen Ann, Hannah, Lydia, and Tara for stepping in, and please come back next time early and you will get your reading.
Yes, please come back. And we're sorry we couldn't get to you, but we have to limit this at 2 hours. It's just when it goes too long. So please come. We look forward to seeing you coming back next time.
Please.
So
okay. So Akriti, last reading.
Last one. Lucky last Akriti. General guidance, or was there?
Yeah. No specific question.
Oh, that one just came flying out for you, Akriti. Okay. So your card, Akriti, is attachment.
Thanks.
And what I want to say is, don't hold on so tight. Whatever it is that you're holding on to. Wow, there's a lot about letting go tonight, isn't there? Well, it is the theme about trust. So it's about letting go. So don't allow those chains to hold you, because they cause wounding. So that, you know, they cause pain. So it says holding on so very tight. So Akriti, there's something that you're holding on to. Again, maybe something that you need to forgive, whether or not it's forgiveness, or whether it's a dependency or a codependency. But whatever it is, your guides and angels, they want you to start unchaining yourself from it. So now I'm being told that it could be some sort of guilt. So it's time to detach yourself from that. If it's not the guilt, it's chains that you've put around your heart or around yourself. And then I'm getting an image of someone with these huge, what do they call them? Box cutters. And they're actually cutting the chains to free you. So it's something that something that you've created, or has been created around you, not so much that you've created. Or again, maybe a pattern or a belief system or some sort of conditioning. So it's about attachment, and it's about letting go of that attachment, because it is actually restraining you. And I feel like a sense of suffocation coming from this attachment, that it is actually hurting you. So it could be a relationship with someone that may not be in your highest good anymore. It could be, I'm feeling like it's an attachment. Yeah, I think it's an attachment to a person, perhaps. But whatever it is, it's actually, I can see like all these chains around you, and it is housing you in and really stopping your growth. So they really want you to grab those box cutters and start cutting each chain and freeing yourself from all of this limitation, I want to say, because attachment causes limitation. You know, because it's keeping you within a certain space, and it's not allowing you to exit out of that space because you're tied up, like you're stuck. So they want to start bringing in those box cutters. I'm seeing them, you know, seeing the chains actually being broken, and I can feel with each link being broken how much liberation and how much freedom and the world is opening up. Like, you know, you're able to actually walk and spread your wings, and your wings are no longer constrained. Like you can actually fly and move and be free. And there's such a huge, and this could be the other card that that Kai's got, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I love it when this happens. Freedom.
I can show it already.
Yeah, it's that, you know, that freedom, that infinity. So what I feel like is when it goes from limited possibilities to unlimited possibilities, you know, and the number 8 is the number of infinity, and I can see like a number 8 there. So no beginning, no end. So once you're able to detach from whatever you need to detach and stop that wounding, you're able to go and fly and have that freedom and have no limit. There's no longer any limit. Here there's restrictions. There's no restrictions. So, and there's a lot of blue there, so probably around expression. Probably around expression. So I shall move you over to infinity, Akriti.
Thank you, Arnold. It's so interesting because this card is called movement.
There you go.
And when you talked about these restrictions, Antoinette, and I saw also, you know, the change, it's a bit the symbol of the chains coming back, but here it's opening to an infinity.
Yeah.
In your card, they are closed and they are attached to each other, and here it's opening up. And what I feel, Akriti, for you, it's maybe this is coming to light through a relationship, but it means not to end this relationship to free yourself, but your patterns coming up and how you think and you have experienced until now, you have to live a relationship, and it's destructive. It's really destructive in a way. And you're destructive. You do all this to yourself. It has actually nothing to do with the other person. It has to do with your fear to lose the other person. And in this fear, you put yourself in chains in a way, like thinking you have to be in a certain way to be lovable. And that's not true. You are this is your nature. And the other person will love you even more, or just like she will love you when you are this as well, but you don't have experiences with that. And the other way, if you restrict yourself, you will become angry as well, because you don't allow yourself to live this. And this will be destructive for the relationship in a way as well, destructive for yourself and the relationship. So as Antoinette says, what do you need to free yourself? And I think communication is a tool, expression, and to tell, first of all, to become clear what's going on, and then tell the other one as well what's going on, what you're doing, not in a way of resentment and saying, because of you, I'm doing that, more of sitting there and feeling what you're doing to yourself because you're afraid to lose the other person. And having a look what's happening when you share that. It is showing up vulnerable. It's interesting. It's just, I see, you know, you have the middle here on this card where everything is coming together. The 2 8s. So you have the 8 of the light and the 8 of this, like a Milky Way, I don't know. And I feel go in this middle of yourself in center, having a look what's going on, and you're Virgo as well. And as I said, we Virgos have this tendency to overthink our feelings instead of feeling them. And that keeps us stuck because we can't feel here. Feeling is taking place in the body. And I see what is needed, that you feel what you're doing to yourself, what Antoinette's card is showing so exactly, how you shrink, how you restrict yourself, how you can't move any longer. Let this feel yourself and become clear you are doing that to yourself, nobody else. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe when you let you feel this, because this is really uncomfortable where you are at this moment of time. And breathing will help you to expand as well. And then share what's going on in you. Share this. This will be so liberating for you. And out of yourself. Yeah. Sorry, Antoinette.
That's all right.
Yeah. In a way of saying, I feel this is going on in me. I know this. I never have experienced another kind of relationship. I don't know at the moment how to do that. I just would like to share with you what's going on, what I see, what I do again with myself. And this, just by expressing this, you will cut these chains. They will melt, they will fall away. And it's a step, and it needs courage for sure.
Yeah.
You can do that. You're ready for that.
You are. You've done the work, Akriti, like you've gone through the steps. Yeah. There's that you need that box cutter to cut those chains, because they're just restricting you. And yes. Like I said, you can't breathe. Like there's this intensity and this pressure, I'm feeling like right on your chest. So yeah, I didn't see the 2 8s, but yeah, the 2 8s there. Now I'm seeing the 2 8s. So yeah,
it was amazing when you were talking and I was pulling the camera. So okay, we have both sides of the story, or the where are you and where you can go.
Yeah.
And it's your choice, Akriti. This is not depending on any other person.
It's your choice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And looking at those parts. Yeah. Okay. I hope that helps, Akriti. Right. So we have come to the end of this live. Again, we thank everybody for coming on. For those that we didn't do a reading for, please come back next month and come in early. We start at 7 p.m. Sydney time, 11 a.m. Paris time.
11 a.m. in Paris, Europe.
And then you can work out whatever time that is for you around the world. But yes, we need to limit it to this amount of time for us. So we thank you from our hearts for coming on. If you're interested in looking at my deck, you can have a look on my website. It's AntoinetteThompson.com. AntoinetteThompson.com, and if you hit on shop, you'll be able to go and pre-order. I have it available for pre-order, and it's in production as we speak. So really, really exciting things. But you can jump on there, and I have a few examples on there, plus what you've seen tonight. We will. So the replay will be on both of our pages if you would like to go back and have a look. Also, we will upload to both of our YouTube channels. What else?
Just as we mentioned, when you would like to go a bit deeper or connect with us and like-hearted, minded souls, come in the wisdom gathering.
It's a really
lovely space.
It's really, really beautiful space we've created.
Yes, we love so much to connect with you as well. So yeah, always on this side, we read your comments and to really go in contact and have an exchange. If you would like to go really deeper with the guidance and have the feeling you would like to get a session, go in contact with Antoinette and me. We do both one-to-one sessions as well. Find the information on our pages.
On the Facebook page, yep.
Yeah, we will post the pictures of the cards later. Antoinette will go to bed soon.
Yep. So for me, it will be tomorrow. It's already so
me maybe as well, because I will do the moon reading. And we wish you a beautiful September. Trust. Listen to your guidance and let the ripple go out and just let go and surrender. As difficult as it is, it's really, really needed right now. So, you know, we have to trust that the universe has our back, and we just need to let go of all the things that are holding us back, or at least start working on them, and be free, be liberated and be free, you know, within ourselves, and then we can shine that light out and be our authentic. Everybody. The infinity, no beginning, no end. And we are all one. We are all connected and we are all one. So we thank you all for coming on. Keep an eye out for your card. If you did have a reading, we'll post them tomorrow in the comments. And thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we're very honored that you come on and join us and ask for a reading. It means a lot to us. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right. Bye for now. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Take care. Stay safe.